Okay. No, 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 we're not angry today. We're good. We're good. How's it going now, Nikki? Mm-hmm. Sad you can't play Strive, really? No, don't worry. I can't do it either. I'm not particularly hung up about it. Yo, it's time for supersonic racing, where your feet don't touch the ground. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. So, Team Sonic Racing, right? It's a really cool game to me. Um, I played it a ton when it came out. Doing good. You got really good news that your stuff is done. Just need to get a rig artist. Nice. Been watching Left and Play Strive and got to listen to the music, and it's so good. It's Guilty Gear, so it's like, yeah. It's like Guilty Gear's music is typically pretty good. You know, there's the occasional thing where it's like music's not. There might be some tracks here and there that are spotty, but in general, the music's really nice in Guilty Gear, so it doesn't surprise me. You're only conflicted if you should get the PC version or the console version of Strive. Daisuke can make music, that's why he became a game developer. I can see it. Let's see, true, but you had to hear the full songs and you're not disappointed in the slightest. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not surprised. Guilty Gears always had some nice stuff, like music wise. Is what it is. I don't expect it to be bad. I'll put it that way. So Team Sonic Racing. What's it? It's a very nice game. I played a lot of it when it first dropped. Like I mean a lot. Um it's a weird title in the sense that they made some odd decisions, right? They dropped it around the time that Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled was about to drop. Like it wasn't far off. The release dates weren't too far off. And, people are going to be nostalgic for that regardless, right? So that was kind of a bad play, in my opinion. Um, it's like those months would pass and then Nitro Fuel would drop and people would entirely forget about Team Sonic Racing. Yeah, right? But the other thing is that this game had to follow up on Sonic and All Stars Racing Transform, which the vast majority of people just see as a really, really, really good kart racing title in general. Um, and because of the way that game was made, with all of its characters, all its varying stages that, chronicle a lot of Sega stuff, like following it up with a racing title like this that is very much its own thing and has its own like vibe and everything with what it does and isn't exactly like a repository for Sega stuff and is more of its own thing, that's going to push some people away. Kind of can't get away from it. Team Sonic Racing dropped because one of your old college roommates loves these games. Huh? I mean, they're good. They're very good. I feel like this one in particular is very underappreciated, though. Like it could be received a lot better than what it is. Remember popping into his room to watch him play Transformed when you had to sleep on the couch? So just thinking about these is probably like memories for you, right? How's it going, Kyo? We'll just do a Grand Prix. We'll do a bunch of Grand Prix, actually. That's fine. We'll just go down the line. Vehicles are customizable in here. And that is my custom Blaze vehicle. Kind of waving nostalgia. But you used to watch him play Nocturne and all these other games, and you would all gather around to play the Mother series too. The custom Sonic car. There's Amy's. We'll go with Blaze. Chilling, was watching Strive stuff until I went live. If you'd rather continue watching Strive stuff, I won't stop you, right? But I do appreciate you being here. Appreciate you tuning in. Surprised I could still do that. So, some interesting things about the way this one works. First of all, this game has a very heavy emphasis on team play. You can pass items back and forth to your teammates, and they can do the same for you, obviously. This is extra important because you have to keep your team, in general, in good standing. The better your team does as a whole, the better your overall score is at the end. Which is important because your score is what dictates whether or not you win the race. Your score as a team is what dictates whether or not you win the race. You could get in first place, but if your teammates are in 5th and like 10th respectively, that is not going to do you any favors. It's like that could bump you down to 2nd for sure. So you want your whole team to do as good as possible. What else? Slipstream stuff. If you notice the yellow trails behind the car, the slipstream is something where if your teammates are actually driving behind you and following your stream, they can actually get a speed boost off of you. So it makes it important where if your teammate is behind you and you know that they are, to try to stay steady as you're driving, so that they can stay on your slipstream and not get thrown off. Because when they leave that slipstream, they're gonna boost. Yep. Yep, it's very team oriented. Something that I appreciate about the game for sure. You can see it there, where Rouge and Omega getting 4th and 5th is enough to bump them up overall to 2nd. But Vector fell behind. He's like in 9th. So he's got like, way less points for the team. Right there, see? There's a point tally for everyone. So your overall team performance is what matters. What else? What else? I mentioned the slipstreams. Oh, there are different classes of racers in this game. There's power, technical, and speed. And depending on the class of racer, they have different things that they can do while you're racing. If you've got a power type, for example, power types can just bash through obstacles, right? Without actually suffering any slowdown. Technical types can actually move on any terrain without actually losing speed, making them actually very good to use in certain stages. And then speed types, of course, are actually very good at utilizing slipstreams and also the other team technique where you actually edge around a teammate and get a boost off of them that way, which was something else I forgot to bring up. They actually get like more of a potent boost using those techniques than other classes do. Yeah. And of course, there's team ultimates, as you see there. Team ultimates actually build up as you do more team-based maneuvers. Yep. So it makes it important for you to actually work as a team, more and more. Because Team Ultimates give you a massive boost in speed. They make you invincible. And this actually activates for the whole team. What's more, if you and your teammates actually activate it around the same moment, it actually lasts longer. So it makes it important for, communication amongst your teammates. So you can get the absolute most use out of it as possible. Really cool and really different. You really only played Mario Kart Double Dash because you're not a huge fan of racing games. It's understandable. Oh. Yeah, Double Dash is really good though. Yeah. Yeah, I know I personally like the Sonic racing games more so than the Mario Kart games myself, but it certainly comes down to personal preference. Ah, another interesting thing. In this game, they decided to make it a function that if you pick up rings, you actually move faster. There is no limitation on how much speed you can gain from picking up rings. So the longer you can, keep from getting hit by certain things and the more rings you can collect, the faster you'll go. This, of course, creates some issues when you've got someone who's very, very competent at staying in first place because they're just collecting a lot of rings and staying ahead of the pack very easily. And what's more, making it difficult for their teammates to collect rings, which could actually screw you up in some ways. Uh-oh. We're just gonna take the outskirts of that turn. I'll check the chat in a moment. Catch up on some stuff. Uh-oh. Alright, let's catch up on the chat. Let's see. The only complaint you've seen for Strive from the JP players is that they don't feel comfortable with wall combos and how they work, and how they think counter hit state is not consistent in properties across all characters. Then again, You've always felt the Japanese players are always super analytical. See, Sega All Stars Racing was a classic. Defo would pick up a sequel or a remake slash remaster. Oh yeah, All Stars Racing Transform, really nice. If you had the game on PS, you would race me. Eh, it's a very good game. Also, how's it going, Tempo? Also, yeah, Silver is suffering in the back. He's he lagged behind really hard in that race. He did say earlier he could use some help, but me and Amy were kind of like, sorry, too busy winning. Games neat though. You honestly wish they gave us another Riders game. If they could make it like the original Sonic Riders, I'd be in agreement with you. Like, nah, 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 nah.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, Sonic Riders was a really interesting concept, and I feel like they should have actually expanded on that more with the original Sonic Riders in mind.
Pushing through. I would appreciate some assistance. Exactly what I wanted. I'm back in the race. Clear the way. Let me through.
Hey, at least Silver's not lagging behind this time. That's problematic.
Thanks for the boost, teammate. Does anybody need help? I'll be the shot. Does anybody need help? What? Wow!
It's actually a good thing my team was on point right there. When I got clipped going through that corridor by someone using ultimate, it slowed everything down at the wrong time. That was just bad. Let's see. Sonic X Air Kirby Air Riders. You remember that boss from Adventure 2? There's there's definitely like references to so many Sonic things in this, as there should be. Like 100% expected.
I'm proud of all of you.
That's one GP down. Totally mistook Rouge for Tails. Typed out miles per hour and everything. Miles per hour. There's still a pretty crazy number of people that don't get that wordplay, which I think is funny. Knuckles is all muscle and no brains.
I am ready to roll.
That is a misconception that needs to be dropped. Cause Knuckles is actually pretty intelligent. And I think it's a crime that people are allowed to think otherwise. Unless if it's Boom, then you get 100-meter intellect check.
Catch me if you can.
Knuckles and Boom is another creature altogether, right? Like, because I believe any and all, like, that's problematic. Let's fix that. Any and all moments where Knuckles is showing stupidity in Sonic Boom, all of that is trolling.
Anybody need help?
Every bit of it.
Good teamwork. Thanks. Of course. Anytime. A little help here, please.
Because goodness knows, he does some things that are more than a little sketchy in Boom, but then he'll turn around and he'll hit you with knowledge that you wouldn't expect for him to have.
Right on the tailpipe.
Oh,
That's what I needed.
here we go. This humidity is a killer. Humidity has been iffy everywhere. You'll never forget Knuckles just popping off about feminism. That's Sonic Boom for you. Sonic Boom is made to surprise people in the weirdest of ways, right? That's part of why it's good, to be entirely fair. Also, let's talk about how I like started the race hitting that hairpin turn into going the wrong way, corrected myself, and still got in first place. Cause that right there, I figured that was gonna go like extra bad when that happened. Thought I was gonna lag behind for a while, but no. You forget the context, but you just remember him going in and you're like, dang. I remember the context. They were doing like sports-based contests, and Amy was basically playing as a commentator, and a lot of her commentary basically made it sound like she wanted a victory for the women to be more about the fact that women can do things just as well as men. To which Knuckles basically spouted off the fact that, well, if you bring attention to it, it kind of undermines the point that you want to make at the same time.
Does anybody need help?
How's it going, Natty?
Nothing will stop me.
Oh, cluttered road. Oh, I'll get Zapik back for that one if I can.
Let me through. I suppose I owe you one. Does anybody need help?
Keep giving me blocks. I don't need
Unable to
those.
assist. I am available to assist. Ugh, I am airborne.
Blaze does not like heights, and it's still like funny to me that they included that in this. Like she couldn't be any more disgusted if she tried to be. Well, the race is over now, Amy. All right, let's catch up on the chat. Let's see. Oh, another day that's too hot. Stuck at work still. Also, can we talk about how awesome all of his songs are on his missions? Knuckles is certified bangers, even if some of them are memeable. Don't worry, Blaze, you also hate heights. Yep, same. Got a problem with heights here, too. At least it isn't Desert Bus. Take high flying stunts over that any day. I am unfamiliar with Desert Bus.
You drive a bus. That's it.
Is that really it?
Yes. You drive it to Vegas. You make it there, you get a point.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's really it.
Yes. There, like I think there are still no very really charity streams going on. On the raid, it's early in the raid, where they just play that for hours on end to see how far they can go.
Jeez.
It was a thing, I don't know currently, but it was a thing.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind, I guess.
I mean, nothing. You play that.
Nah, I think I'm good.
You will never beat our team. I am available to assist. I am available to assist.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Back in control and up to speed. Anyone around who can boost me? I'm coming in behind you for a boost.
I'll take some of those rings.
Does anybody need help? This will do nicely.
We'll like that. I guess I got Knuckles.
Nothing will stop.
Get away from me, Zabek. Omega's trying his best. That's what he's doing. Like, I would rather have Omega on my team than Vector. Every time I have Vector on my team, he's lagging way behind everybody. I'm like, you are just the worst teammate, aren't you?
This will do nicely.
The music notes. Hit Vector.
Clear the way. More caution is called for.
Alright. Sad crocodile alligator. Don't know. Can't keep up with Sonic character noises. Vector will be okay. Of course, if he continues to get, on my team, like he ends up continuing to do terrible on my team, I might have to turn him into a handbag, but that's another matter altogether. He'll be fine though. Vector will be okay. Listen, 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 listen. You can only account for so much when it comes to like bad team play, right? And Vector in particular has always done badly on my team. It's to the point where it's expected, and it should never get to that point. So, if I have to turn him into a handbag and take his chain to wear for myself, that's what I'll do. At least then he will be useful.
My enemies always fall before me.
Uh-oh.
This heat is like a free sauna.
Listen, I gave people warnings. I gave people warnings. If nothing else, I am blunt and honest, right? No, no, no. People are surprised at like the savagery I'm throwing in Vector's like general direction, and I'm like, no, 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 no. You were warned. This is what you walk into when you get to know me.
I would appreciate some assistance. It feels
Uh-oh.
like springtime.
Ooh.
You will never beat our team.
Yeah, that was a hard adjustment that needed to be made. That I saw I was gonna go off the stage, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Let's fix that.
I'll try harder than that.
This is one of those stages where an all-terrain character would be good, using a technical character, because there's just lava everywhere, and it's really weird trying to navigate this.
Not slow me down.
You end up having to make jumps, and those jumps can take you into lava very easily. So using a technical character would actually do you good in a stage like this, because then you don't have to worry about it. They can just move over lava unabated.
This will do nicely.
Yeah. You'll be alright, Tails. Oh my god.
Let me through. Ugh, I'm airborne.
She got the help she needed. She's good. First. Your eyes? What happened? What's wrong? Ah, how's it going, Defying Zero? Ah, the music notes. Yes. Yes. The music notes are made to blind you. In combination with this stage and all of this lava glowing all over the place, it's weird.
I am impressed, team.
You see, it messed me up too. I ended up going off the stage when the notes kicked in. And I was like, oh, I can't see. I can't see. So, I guess we're just going off the level. Nice. This is nice.
Shall we begin?
Oh yeah, the stage. I like the music in this stage. I like the music in most of the game, but this one like kind of stood out for me. How's it going, Cheese EFC? How ready are you to smell game? I mean, Strive's on pre-order. I am
Ooh,
ready enough.
bad. Good choice.
I have a Zavik on my team. Well, I'm not gonna complain about Zavik being on my team. Zavik's fine. He's actually like one of the best characters in the game. And hey, bonus points. He's not Vector.
Nice. Nothing will stop me. Whoa, that's fast. I am available to assist. Do not block me. I am available to assist. Just hold still. I'll take a rest. Clear the way.
Blaze out here with the ever-present sexual innuendo. Same with Rouge. Calm down there, Patrick Seitz. We're just gonna go through the crate. We're not even gonna deal with those. Uh-oh, lightning. Can't do anything about lightning at all.
A little help there, please. Can't wait to return the favor. Does anybody need help? Pushing through.
Alright. Let's see. PSN won't let you upgrade to Deluxe. You gotta wait until Friday. No, Nikki. Ping.mp5. What is an MP5? Let's see. Isn't Strive out today for Ultimate Edition people? I think. Yeah, I'm about to say, I think the Deluxe as well. Yep. Okay, yep. Already out for other regions and coming out at midnight for other people. Let's see, you're gonna have to wait for a while to get Strive. You just reopened your dance studio, so you need to recover first. Do what you need to do. It's out for Japan and Australia. Yep. Regional. 8 hours for US, so midnight more or less. Patrick Seitz' true power is being your anime dad or a black guy. Patrick Seitz needs to calm down. That's what Patrick Seitz needs to do. Everything Patrick Seitz is in, he's angry. You ever notice? Like, he's super angry. Rouge and Zavik kind of fell back on that one. Have to recover during the rest of the Grand Prix because Tails, Big, and Vector actually got the better of the team on that race. Yeah, him and Crispin Freeman. Always yelling, always angry. At least with Crispin Freeman, you get the caveat of people wanting him to be a pretty calm character on the side. He has a very good calm voice, so, like, there's that. But with Patrick Seitz, he's always growly, always gravelly, and most of the time, he's going to have to scream. He's gonna have to be angry. It's what he does.
Spectacular. I am ready to roll.
I'm gonna go this way. Okay, I shouldn't have done that.
That is fair. Nothing will stop me. Climbers make shy high. Who wants to charge up with me? Out of the way.
Ooh.
I am available to assist.
I'll go this way this time.
I am available to assist.
No, nobody wants the rocket? Okay. We'll do that then.
Does anybody need help? I would appreciate some assistance. Can we pretend that never happened? Mind if I steal a slingshot? I am available to assist. I am available to assist. A little help here, please.
Okay.
I would appreciate some assistance. Does anybody need help? I am available to assist. A little help here, please.
Right at the finish line. Okay. Let's see. If I've seen Eureka 7's dub, Crispin as Holland was the best choice. If I haven't seen it, a young Johnny Yambosh is Renton. Yep. Yep. You'll never get that voice out of Johnny again, because everyone wants his shonen voice. It's not like he doesn't do other voices, though. He's had voices and he's had roles in like stuff like Digimon, right? And it's not just Johnny Ambosh as you know him. You know, the screaming, hot-blooded shonen character. It's like you could hear him in some things and not even know that it's him, and that's kind of nutty because his most known roles usually call for that voice. He gets typecast with that a lot, and it's unfortunate. And it's not like he's not good at what he does, because he is. That's exactly the reason. It's that you can pick him out of a crowd by hearing him. And it's just, well, what do you do from there? If you hear him so often. How's it going, Tempest? JYB, voiced by JYB, who plays as JYB, right? He's not quite in the territory where you can like have Johnny Ambosh in a room and he can have a conversation with himself, right? Um He hasn't hit that territory yet. There are some people that are actually like that, and it's kind of scary to consider. James Arnold Taylor is one of those. You would never know. James Arnold Taylor is scarily talented as a voice actor, but the main voice that people know him for, thanks to memes and everything in between, is Tidus from Final Fantasy X.
I am available to assist.
But he is capable of so many voices to the point where you may not even know you've heard him in some of the things that you've watched.
I would appreciate some assistance. Pardon the shoving. Thanks for the
Oh,
warning. I'll stay alert.
and then I got swiped by someone with a team ultimate. So that's fun. Who are we talking about? Johnny on Bosch talking about as well James Arnold Taylor and other voice actors as well.
To speed. There's no way we can lose.
Like I mentioned James Arnold Taylor because again, he's capable of doing so many voices. You'd never even know it's him in some respects.
I am available to
He's played a lot of characters. It's like you hear that he's Tidus in Final Fantasy X and you're like, of course, right? You hear he's Johnny Test in Johnny Test and you're like, of course, because he sounds like young Tidus, younger Tidus, right? You're like, of course. But then you hear that he was Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars animated series. And it's like, wait a minute, that's a hard shift.
We're sunk if we don't shake up things.
Oof. Sam Riegel can definitely talk to himself too. He's another one for sure. You know, Billy West. Billy West is a good one. You could actually get Billy West in the booth and hear him run a few roles all by himself, and it's scary. There were some episodes of Futurama where like he was the vast majority of characters to like pop up with a voice in those episodes, and it's like, wait, what are you doing? Yes, yes. James Arnold Taylor was Gabe Logan once. Tom Kenny's everywhere. That's another one. Yep. D. Bradley Baker is currently doing that with the Bad Batch.
Time for a sneak shot line. You will not slow me down. Move aside.
Ah, getting awfully cluttered in this first part.
Do not block me.
Wait until we get into a more of a straight path.
Just hold still. I'll do the rest. What? Wow!
Oh,
Thanks. I'll get you back on the flip side. Does anybody need help?
Zavik, why are you lagging behind so hard?
A little help here, please. Exactly what I wanted. Does anybody need help? A little help here, please. This will do nicely. Can't wait to return the favor. Up I go.
Alright, let's see. Can't listen to Sam Riegel and not hear Donatello. Most people associate him with Donnie because it was his most notable role. Also closest to his natural voice. Stephen J. Bloom is another one. He low-key is actually on Scott McNeil levels of crazy. People just choose to have that Spike's Spiegel voice because it's the most iconic. Right, he did. He did. He voiced Guilmon, and it's like, wow. He did. He voiced Guilmon. Let's see. Buddy is built different. Different or slow. Oh, never mind. Catching up. Yeah, he was, but he messed up. Let's see. Xenotron says, you like playing this in Japanese for Sonic's English and the Kamen Rider W Gaia memory voice, voicing the Wisp's announcer. That's pretty cool. That might have actually just costed us the race. Zavik lagging behind because Rouge in turn lagged behind to help him. So yeah, we lost this Grand Prix. That's a do-over.
Simple performance, guys.
You've actually never heard Sonic and JP. It's a shame this game never got DLC. Agreed. Agreed. There's a little bit of irony because they said this game was just going to release as is, wasn't going to get DLC. And people want DLC for this, right? Then Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel comes out. And there wasn't DLC at first. And then when they made it, they went overboard with it. And it became a controversy because of how they did it. And that actually stands as like marks against the game at this point, and that's actually kind of messed up.
Spectacular.
So it's like it's hard to see who did the worst thing between the two. Sega did this game dirty on launch. They said no DLC. And it was just going to be released as is, and that's all we were getting with it. They meant that.
Will not slow me down.
And I mean, luckily we've got a really good game. So there's that, but it does make you wish there was more.
I am available to assist.
And as I mentioned earlier, though, there's also the
Back in control and
there's also the proximity to the release of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, because it came out very close to that game's release date, and that wasn't going to help anything because people were just going to gravitate towards that out of sheer nostalgia.
out of my way. Just hold still. I'll do the rest. A little healthier, please. Exactly what I wanted. I am available to assist.
I'm coming in for a boost.
Who wants to charge over me? This is why I hate
Oh,
heights.
rotate it one too many times.
Can't wait to return the favor. This will do nicely. I aim to please. The power is unstoppable.
I'm gonna move aside and kind of let you go by with your ultimate power.
I'll put you over the top.
Hold your course while I boost them.
This will do nicely.
There we go. Let's play catch up. Let's see. Sounds like classic Sega to you. Hoping Sumo Digital gets to make another Sonic racing game again. Hopefully the next one has more Sega characters again. Still salty, Segata Sanshiro got cut from Transform. That was damning because they not only dropped it to compete with CTR, even competing price-wise, but CTR had come out the gate showing more depth. See, the depth thing is weird because I explained some of the things about this game that actually gives it depth. It certainly has its own levels of depth to it. For sure, right? And it's actually kind of nuts to think about like some of the things that have to go into it. What people don't really like about it, and I do understand to some degree, is the fact that the game leans so heavily on the team aspects, right? People are very independent in how they play racing games. They want to be able to just manage themselves and kind of go on and do what they need to do. This is a game that says your team needs to succeed. So imagine someone who's very, like, you know, mindful of wanting to be successful in how they play in a solo aspect, having to manage how their team is doing, having to pass them items back and forth, having to sometimes intentionally slow down so they can provide boosts or assistance to their teammates to keep them from lagging behind and allow them to catch up because, hey, your slipstreams actually have limitations on how far back they reach, right? So if you want to help somebody with a slipstream boost, you actually have to slow down so that your stream is actually close enough to them. Um, and just other things like that where you have to help manage your team. And if you're not mindful of that, your team's going to fall behind and your whole team is going to lose the race as a result. Right, exactly. People would rather Mario Kart it and just kind of do their own thing.
Catch me if you can. You're in my way.
I require you for a boost.
Does anybody need help? Does anybody need help? I'm needing you.
My Grandmaster's secrets.
I am available to assist.
Dr. Eggman
Does anybody need help?
screaming about something not being fair. Let's let that one sink in.
This is what I want. I'm coming in for a boost.
I am available to assist. Pardon the shoving. I would appreciate some assistance. Who wants to charge up with me? I was born ready. Right on target. Pushing through.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore all that. We're not going to pay any attention to those pillars.
I would appreciate some assistance.
The pillars are a terrible, terrible thing to use in a stage like this. Ah, that's another thing
Flow before.
that adds some extra depth to this, actually, that I forgot to mention. I mentioned before that
Does anybody need help?
there were varying racer types. The items that you pick up as you go along the stage are actually dependent on the racer type that you're using. There are certain items that, depending on your team, you will never, ever, ever see. Like if you don't have a power-based character in your team, you'll never see the pillars as an item show up. So sometimes it could be beneficial, depending on the course, to have a particular team formation. Let's see. You'll never say this game is shallow, but like I'm saying, people would rather Mario Kart. Yep. Feel this game took the team approach differently from Mario Kart Double Dash. But even in Double Dash, there isn't much incentive. This game went a NASCAR team approach, which is interesting. You do like the concept of having to get an overall high team placement to win, where one person can get first, but they lose because their team dropped out and they didn't help them, while one team working together got second to fourth and won, or even like second, third, and fifth. And the item passing. Remember Mario Kart Double Dash doing that with the unique items? That's cool. What character busts out the Sonic Mania remix tracks? That doesn't happen in this game, unfortunately. There's also the cheeky stuff like in multiplayer where you pass triple boost back and forth, a puff 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 give style. 2 passes make a triple, use 2 repeat.
Catch me if you can.
Yeah, if you get a triple anything, it's super useful. The only thing that's not useful that's a triple in this game is probably the blocks, right? Especially if you're like kind of lagging behind, like, cause who are you gonna use it on?
Teamwork. Thanks. Nothing will stop me. Pushing through. My enemies always fall before me. I would appreciate
Oof.
some assistance. That's how you do it. Does anybody need help?
I don't want to get caught up in that flame trail.
Charge this baby up. Thanks. That is the speed I need. Who wants to charge up with me?
We're gonna hit the team ultimate because I don't like the fact that there are others hovering around us with it.
Time for a slingshot run. I'm here if you need me. I would appreciate
Yeah, sure. I'll grab that while we're at it. There we go. What are my thoughts on Sonic Roboblast 2 card? Uh, well, I mean, I've seen it. I haven't played it, so I can't really say much, honestly. I do think that people give Sonic fan games a lot of creative, a lot of just a lot of imagination goes into them. There's so much. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the worse, but that's with anything fan created, really. I do think it's cool that Sega's mindset is basically go nuts as long as you're not making money off of it. You know? Do what you're gonna do. But the minute you start making money off of it, we gotta come after you.
Well played. Do you really think you can beat us?
We're going this way. We're taking the detour.
Take it like a robot, Omega.
Nice, Blaze.
I will do better next time. Does anybody need help? Heights are not my strong suit. We will never beat our team. Just hold still. I'll do the rest. I am available to assist. That was so beautiful.
It's me to crush my opponents. Well done. I won't forget this.
I am available to assist. I would appreciate some assistance.
My practice is a rare.
Oh no. Oh, okay. That could have been bad.
I am available to assist.
Did I just get duffed by Vector? Hold on. We're taking the detour.
I'm impressed.
Whoa.
There's no way we can lose.
Invincible. Taste my ultimate power.
Oh no, lightning. Eesh.
This is actually kind of fun.
There we go. This song is about. You're gonna hear a lot of that in most Sonic games. The racing games in particular, though, really nice. Really nice about the OST.
Well done, team.
Roboblast Kart is a mod of that game. Conversion is the actual term used for it. Last you checked, they called it a mod on the site. A game that was built using the Doom 2 engine. I'm still actually kind of thrown to the wayside by the fact that there is a Sonic mod. There's a game that was made in a Doom engine that has a level that it functions exactly like a level from Nights into Dreams. How did you even do this in the Doom engine? How did you pull this off? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand it. It looks cool. It's just like, whoa. Doom mods have gotten crazy wild. Someone was able to properly emulate Mortal Kombat 2 in Doom 2. How's it going, Fear Chimera? Thanks for the lurk. Tech engines are wonderful things. Metal Sonic and Amy. Alright.
Catch me if you can.
Whole lot of heights in this stage.
Try. I'm coming up behind you for a boost. Yeah, that's what I needed. Does anybody need help? You are in my way. Oh, I dislike heights. Heights are not my strong suit. Does anybody need help?
I can get her.
A little help here, please. Do you really think you can beat us? I would appreciate some assistance.
Big the cat. You kind of deserve that, Big. Oh,
I don't know what ultimate power is.
I am available to assist. A little help here, please. Exactly what I wanted.
let's veer clear of that.
Teamwork paid off. No ultimate.
Just ran down Big the cat again. Not having a good day. It's a pretty long drift.
Was that necessary, Knuckles?
Oh no, lightning? Right after that? Oh my goodness. Alright.
Exactly what I wanted. Sneaky Shadow.
Oh my goodness. They're being extra aggressive on this stage right now.
This was just what I needed. Thanks. Pushing through. Thanks. That is the speed I need.
Oh boy. Yep.
Show some respect, Big.
He paid me back for earlier, if anything.
Let me through. Ugh, I am airborne.
You know what? We're hitting it. Think this would be a good time.
Watch it, guys! Ultimate's on board! I am available to assist.
Oh, good. Alright, let's see. It Tech 3 was the foundation for a lot of modern shooters. Forgot about Castlevania until you mentioned it. Castlevania Simon's Destiny. Let's see. Big the Cat is voiced by John St. John. John St. John voiced Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem 3D was made on the Doom engine. The Doom engine in turn was used to make Sonic fan games. That's a loop. That's a hard loop. Big the Cat is John St. John's personal hell. Ooh. Big the Cat is John St. John's personal hell. Oh, Sand Road. I love the music in this. This is probably my favorite track in the whole game. Like, music wise, for sure. Oh, messed up the boost.
I like the purity of this desert. Look out! Stay on course! I'm gonna boost on you!
Blaze is like, let me be anywhere except in the air. I don't care at all. Just let me be anywhere else.
I would appreciate some assistance. Give me the sling! I need the shot! Heights are not my strong suit.
And we can hit it. Bit on the early side, but we got it pretty quick. Uh-oh. Hug the wall.
Let me through. Perfect spot for my victory picnic. Oh, I can do better than that.
Can't see this stage and not think of Sonic Riders. The desert stage in Sonic Riders was actually hellish, though. Let's not pretend like that stage wasn't problematic. That being said, the original Sonic Riders was fun. I really like the concept of that one. I think they could have done a better job of like teaching people how to play the original Sonic Riders. There wasn't even a tutorial or anything like that.
Fall before me. Out of my way!
It really was a play and learn kind of experience, and
Move aside!
that game got pretty complicated in some ways.
Thanks! That was nice of you.
Big man coming through.
A little help.
Yeah.
A little help here, please. That is better. Was that necessary, Knuckles?
Knuckles is out here playing dirty.
You'll be happy to land.
He's telling other people to knock it off.
There's it. Nice. This is perfect. Thanks. I am up and running.
Alright, there we go.
I would appreciate some assistance. Exactly what I wanted. These bounce pads are handy. You will not slow me down. Yikes! Clear the way. I would appreciate some assistance.
Why is Big the Cat up here so much? Like, we need to rectify this.
I would appreciate some assistance.
Uh-oh, pillars. Okay, cool. We're gonna hit the team ultimate. We're gonna hit the team ultimate since we're close to the finish line. There we go. Look, any stage in Riders was at least bearable when you use the Super Hang On by. Sonic Riders got a tournament edition hack for competitive play. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Let's see. You like how Blaze hates heights, but her debut game, Rush, was all about launching off ramps for major airtime. Right? When Big was trying to gatekeep first. He got blown away. Let's see, you gotta wait till Friday. Sony told you they couldn't help and basically told you you would have to pay again. Of course Sony's gonna tell you that. Equals more money for them. Yeah. It is what it is, though. Strive. Strive. Should have let them refund your game and got the deluxe.
Ready to do my...
This is another stage with a really good track. This is a really good music track right here. Gotcha, Knuckles.
Nothing will stop me. That is the speed I need. Anyone need some love?
Ugh.
I would appreciate some assistance. My pleasure.
We can recover on this.
Ultimate teamwork.
Definitely not lighting mine yet. I think saving it would be better. Yeah, see? I had a good idea. We're not gonna let that slow me down.
I am available to assist. A little help here, please. Clear the way. I would appreciate some assistance. I am available to assist. I am available to assist.
Oh, yeesh. Metal Sonic and Amy dragging behind. Let's see. They brought their A game with this game's OST. They definitely did. It's hard to not have a banger in a Sonic game. Agreed. Agreed. Let's see. After the first beta, they handed out refunds for Strive. If you wanted it, you were thinking, oh yeah, I'll just upgrade like I do with other games. Strive is like, nah, we got trackers on this one. See, you're looking forward to Strive, probably sticking with Faust like you did in the betas. No jam, no buy for you. Tired of having to change mains every new Guilty Gear game. No hate to the hype, people though. Getting melty in August, so French bread got your back. Not sure it would be good to learn both Strive and Virtual Fighter at the same time, but you'll try and manage. Melty Blood slaps. Melty Blood's very good. It's really good. Only problem with the teaser they released is the art style. And you're like, ah, hello, FGO. Melty Blood will have my attention when they show me that they put in Aoko Aozaki. When she's in, I'll be happy, right? As far as Strive goes, Giovanna did catch my attention, and I did like using Giovanna in the beta, so I'm good. I'm good.
Well done, team.
I would have been disappointed myself from the exclusion of Jam, but Giovanna turned out to be really fun, so I'm not necessarily hurting. It would be nice to have Jam back, but mm, Giovanna's there, so I'm like, this is fine. Did someone say Melty? Yeah, right. Teammates throwing. Teammates definitely did throw in that particular race, but we had the most points in the overall GP, so we got it. One more GP to go.
My engine is hot.
Let's see. Gonna wait until the DLC season is finished. Not digging Strive's gameplay, but you do eventually want to get it. Got other fighters you're focusing on right now, like Virtual Fighter and Power Rangers. Not a problem there. Alpha probably won't happen. They said the initial roster and DLC will be based on the remake story. And Alpha in the original only shows up for like 5 minutes in a flashback. This is fine. Aria 2021. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to roll with what happens. That's how it works. Sometimes you just have to roll with things. The Clockwork Pyramid.
Great, let's get this party started.
Sonic and Metal Sonic. We're just a full speed team. Alright.
Catch me if you can.
Technically, we're 3 Sonics, but semantics. Since Blaze is like literally Sonic's counterpart from another like dimension and everything. Let's grab some rings.
You will never beat our team.
I didn't think I'd make that. I didn't think I'd make that. Had to try.
Oh, sand gets in everything.
Ah.
I am not a fan of water.
You shouldn't be a fan of Water Blaze.
Yikes! I just got bashed by an ultimate! A little healthier, please. Exactly what I wanted. My enemies always fall before me.
Ah.
Move aside! A little healthier, please. Oh, that was a present. A little healthier, please. I am available to assist.
Oh my goodness.
You guys should quit. We got ultimate power.
Definitely not a good look.
A little something for you, Blaze.
That was unpleasant.
We'll hit it. We'll hit it now.
From me to you.
About to get ultimate up in here. I'll give it my best shot.
I would appreciate some assistance. Just the thing. This will do nicely.
Coming up on the final lap.
Thanks for the heads up, buddy.
Oh my goodness, get off my tail. Absolutely no reason you had to hug the wall.
Do not block me. I would appreciate some assistance. Morning, Chow. This will do nicely. This will do nicely.
Nope, we're gonna hold it. We're gonna hold that.
Man, that's embarrassing.
Nope, we'll hit it now. We'll hit it now.
It doesn't get better than this.
Give them a little bit more time to get closer to the finish line. There we go. Let's see. You've adopted not todayism. Let's see. Cats played maids until AA and then Aqualide. Now Neki says they missed this Sonic lore. Yeah. Blaze this Sonic if Sega pitched a different animal at the meeting. Earth 2 Sonic. Blaze the cat was supposed to be in Blaze Green, but Sega tricked Arxis. Jesus. Blaze is your favorite Sonic character and you'd love to see her return in a non-spin-off game. Same. Some of this game's soundtrack is giving you Sonic Adventure vibes, which is nice. Yeah, it's really good. .3D blast tracks weren't bad. You hug the wall all the time. It's the only way you get hugs in most of the time. Ah, come on. Not at all. It's just that every ranking needs a bottom. Crush 40 came back for this game. They did. They did. That and I believe Sonic Forces. which Sonic Forces actually is nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. It certainly could have been better in general in a number of ways. I will never dispute that, but it is not the worst game that they have ever made at all. I actually got a good bit of enjoyment out of it myself. You've only played adventure games Sonic 2, A Little Heroes, '06 Sonic for the memes, and you said, yeah, you don't need more Sonic in your life. Sonic Forces was not the hoverboard game, no. Sonic Forces was yet another 3D Sonic game along the vein of what they did with Sonic Generations. Um, you get levels with older Sonic, levels with classic Sonic, well, modern Sonic, I should say, levels with classic Sonic, and in Sonic Forces, you get levels with a created character of your own, who is integral to the story. Treated like a rookie, but integral to the story nonetheless.
Engine is hot.
He refused to acknowledge Shadow. So did Infinite. So did Infinite. Speaking of, the character Infinite in Sonic Forces, we literally have Infinite because Shadow called Infinite weak. Shadow gave Infinite an L. He called him weak and said he wasn't worth his time. And Infinite couldn't live with that as a concept.
Does anybody need help?
And vowed to get more powerful by any means necessary. And he did. Goodness, did he ever.
I am available to assist. A little help here, please. I am available to assist. A little
Bomb.
help, please.
Okay. You know what?
More caution is called for.
I'll lose those rings if I can open up that wall.
Does anybody need help? Exactly what I wanted.
Ah,
I am available to assist.
yeah, sure. We'll hit it. Oh, too much speed on that turn.
I am available to assist. I would appreciate some assistance. I would appreciate some assistance.
Yeah. I figured one of them would get me. Uh-oh. Zavik activated ultimate, and it's working wonders for him apparently. Uh-oh. Nope. We're not getting hit by that lightning.
Does anybody need help?
Uh-oh.
Does anybody need help?
Oh my goodness. Oh, and the pillars. Nice. Alright, cool. Let's see. Let's catch up on chat a little bit. Last Sonic game you played was Mania. The last 3D one you played was Sonic Generations. Tend to avoid some Sonic games based on how cringe the story or how broken the game is. You consider the Shadow game to be a guiltless pleasure. It's not a great game by any means, but you still find it very entertaining. Was gonna say, didn't Infinite like flatten everyone? Yeah, he did. He definitely did. Track is giving you Blaze Blue vibes. Only complaint with Shadow as a character is that there are two clones of Shadow running around, or he's like Legion. One does and another one takes his place. Other than that, his Sonic Adventure 2 story was peak character. Think one ending in Shadow shows like an army of shadows. Yeah, and the one in Shadow's game is Shadow Clone number 2. See, thought that was left ambiguous. The clone thing was the worst thing they could have done to Shadow. Why is this game so visually good? Yeah, Team Sonic Racing like looks visually really nice. In a lot of ways. For sure. This and the All-Star Racing games are all very good looking. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, like Sonic Forces, the story for Sonic Forces, I wouldn't necessarily call it cringe, but I would say it was handled poorly, if anything, right? Like, there's this whole issue where it's like you could very easily use like comic characters and storylines and stuff for Sonic Forces, and it would make sense with the way that the game is set up. It's literally set up where Eggman has succeeded in taking over the world from the beginning of the game. They literally push the point that Sonic could potentially be dead. And within the first 10 to 15 minutes, that gets utterly shattered because you know that Sonic's alive. Like they bring that up immediately. And that point gets kind of stepped on from then on out. Also, within the gameplay itself, there's the whole narrative of Eggman having completely taken over the world. He's won, and now there's nothing left but like a splintered resistance to face him, and you have to go to different areas to like clear them out and eventually like regain the world, like take back the world basically from Eggman. There's like a meter for it and everything to dictate like how much which regions you've actually gotten back and everything like that. And it's like this is a cool concept. You could have used the comic characters and stuff for this, but there are issues with that, as we know, and it creates problems. Yes, yes, exactly. What Sally Goodman's saying.
Cool. I'm so ready.
Yes.
That will work.
They're very spotty about what they will and won't accept and use. Yeah.
Out of my way.
A little help here, please. You are in my way.
Does it hurt? Cool.
Do you really think you can beat us?
Uh-oh.
Man, that's embarrassing.
I'll take those rings off your hands. Ugh.
A little help here, please.
I actually felt that. Okay, guys, time for some ultimate action.
Yeah, we'll hit it. We got it kind of early.
Nobody saw that, right?
Sorry, Big. Oh my goodness.
Back in control and up to speed.
Sweet slingshotting, thanks.
Nothing will stop me.
You know what? We'll do that.
A little help here, please. I snapped you, Shadow.
Set me up for a slingshot, teammate.
Absolutely pilfered first place. Absolutely pilfered first place. Yep. Also, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. So let's catch up on chat a little bit. Let's see. Forces could have been the same game with just modern Sonic and the OC. It could have. Knuckles. Sonic has been held captive by Eggman and tortured for months. Cut to the next scene with Sonic cracking wise like nothing bad happened. That's definitely how it went down. Sega's now 100% cool with using the IDW Sonic comic originals, but that's mostly because they're actually more involved in the creative process for the IDW stuff than they've ever been with Archie. Yeah, I can see it. Let's see, Tangle the Lemur and Whisper the Wolf, two new popular OCs from the IDW comics, actually officially showed up in some Sonic mobile games. They also have official merch. Funny enough, the IDW Sonic comics are semi-canon, since they take place right after Forces. Yeah, they are. Also, yeah, Sonic lag behind. Sonic lag behind hard in that race. I had to pilfer first place from Big the Cat. I don't know why Big the Cat's being so aggressive today.
Because his frog is at the end of the track.
Froggy's past the finish line. Sega. Wait, Classic Sonic still has a weird delay on his jump? Drop dash isn't anywhere good as Mania? Here's another remake of Green Hill and Chemical Plant. Yeah. Oh, messed up on the boost. Let's see if we can fix this, though.
Thanks. That is the speed I need.
So, to address the people that came in with the raid, hello, name is Aria. I stream a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I'm all over the place with my streams. Unless I am streaming a particular thing, then there's no telling what I'll stream the next day.
Take it like a robot, Omega.
Tell him, Blaze.
These bounce pads are handy.
Green Hill, what is that? 9 times out of 10, I'll make a decision about what I stream during chat sessions, like after the stream is over with. So, like, you know,
I am available.
that's the thing. Like, if you ever want to figure out what I'm doing, if you're curious, that would be a good way to do it. I will 100% also admit that if my chat is particularly active during like the stream, I will sometimes cave to peer pressure. And if they decide to say, hey, you should keep streaming, I will. That is a thing. It has happened before.
That was your fault. Oh, I dislike heights.
I don't know. In general,
From me to you.
just hang out and just chill here.
I would appreciate some assistance. This will do nicely. Does anybody need help? A little help here, please. Does anybody need help?
Let's go ultimate on these guys!
Yeah, sure, we'll activate it. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us.
Clear the way.
Let's go leave a mark!
Uh-oh. Oof.
I am available to assist. I would appreciate some assistance. Heights are not my strong suit. For the top and then some.
Well, catch up on chat after the race.
Good to know.
Thanks, I owe ya.
I would appreciate some assistance.
Place them on the wall.
Alright, let's see. Green Hill is that one level that apparently the only Sonic level to ever exist. Think if all future Sonic games didn't have Green Hill or Chemical Plant, you wouldn't mind. Wow, I've never heard of this level. At least they brought back Flying Battery and Stardust Speedway and Mania. Yeah, Flying Battery in particular is a really cool zone. After Generations, Mania, and Forces, yeah, I'm good. Always bully for more content. I mean ask. Strange autocorrect. Bringing back Flying Battery was a good choice. Yes. Mania gave me my Hydro City remake, so I can't complain. And Flying Battery. You're mainly lurking, just doing some work. Cool. I mean, I appreciate the lurk all the same. Mania also did the cool thing where they put new gimmicks into the Act 2s of remake stages. Yeah, that was nice. Will say, even though bringing back Chemical Plant felt really redundant, the Act 2 of that stage was great. Heard there were so many remakes in Mania because Sega insisted on it, and they insisted that Green Hill and Chemical Plant be part of them. When will the love for Aquatic Ruin come? Oof, you are reaching for the stars with that one. You want an Aquatic Ruin remake simply for the remix of that banger track? One day. Maybe.
I am impressed, team.
Alright. I wasn't slandering Aquatic Ruin. I said you're reaching for the stars, asking for a remake for that track. I'm saying Sega doesn't seem to remember that it exists. There are so many others that they don't do anything with, and that's one that just kind of gets slipped into the back. The Mean Bean Machine boss fight was the best thing about Act 2 of Mania Chemical Plant. That definitely took me by surprise. Pumpkin Hill win. If that's the case, then I guess it'll never come. Keep hope, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with hoping for it, for sure. Just saying, like, you have to recognize when you are reaching for the stars, right? Like, let me actually put this out there, right? Now that we finished all the GPs in Team Sonic Racing, and I can actually focus up on just chatting for a minute here. We'll do this first. And then we'll do this.